Hello everyone. Happy Easter for me. But we have this, what is it? Easter movie that we're talking about. Um, Probably a classic. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. A classic movie. So we're here to review Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Directed by Mel Stewart, produced by Stan Merles and David L. Whooper. Screenplay by Ronald Dahl, based on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl, starring Gene Wilder, Jack Obston, Peter Obstrom, Roy Kinnear, Julia Dawn-Cole, Leonard Stone, Denise Nickerson, Dodo Denny, and Paris Themin. Music by Leslie Brusque, Anthony Newley, and Walter Sharp. Cinematography from Arthur Ibston, edited by David Saxon. Production companies from Walper Pictures, the Quaker Oats Company, and distributed by Paramount Pictures. It released on June 30th, 1971. Runs for 100 minutes. The budget for this movie was $3 million dollars, and box office got $4.5 million because things changed back in the olden days because it was released way back in the 1970s, so things were different. So probably back then that was probably good. I don't know because I wasn't born then, so I have no idea. So the plot: in a small town, Charlie Bucket, a poor paperboy, watches children visit a candy shop. Walking home, he passes Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. A mysterious tinker renects the first lines of William Eltham's poem, The Fairies, and tells Charlie that nobody ever goes in there and nobody ever comes out. Charlie rushes home to his widowed mother and bedridden grandparents. The night Charlie tells his Grandpa Joe what a tinker is, what the tinker said, and Joe reveals that Wonka locked the factory because of other candy makers, including his rival Arthur Slugworth, sent in spies to steal his recipes. Wonka shut down the factories but resumed selling candy after 3 years. The origin of Wonka's labor force is unknown. Wonka announces he has hidden 5 golden tickets in chocolate Wonka bars. Finders of the tickets will receive a factory tour and a lifetime supply of chocolate. The first 4 tickets are found at the glutinous Gontus Globe, the spoiled Veruca Salt, whose family is wealthy, and the nut business, the gum-chewing Violet Beauregard, and the television-obsessed Mike TV. As each winner is announced on television, a sinister-looking man whispers to them. A subsequent news report reveals the 5th ticket was found in Paraguay by a millionaire/casino owner, causing Charlie to lose hope. The next day, Charlie finds money in a gutter and uses it to buy a Wonka scrumptious. But with the change, he buys a regular Wonka bar. He buys a regular Wonka bar for Joe. While walking home, Charlie overhears that the millionaire forged the 5th ticket. Charlie opens the Wonka bar and finds the 5th ticket. Rushing home, he encounters the same man, seeing whispered to the other winners, who introduced himself as Slugworth. As offers are rewarded for a sample of Wonka's latest creation, the everlasting gobstopper. Returning home with the golden tickets, Charlie chooses Joe, who in excitement rises out of bed the first time in 20 years, as his chaperone. The next day, Wonka greets the tickets winner and leads them inside, where they sign a contract before the tour. Dun, dun, dun. Everyone should know what happens. But cast: Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka, Jack Obston as Grandpa Joe, Peter Obstrom as Charlie Bucket, Roy Kinner as Mr. Salt, Julia Dawn Cole as Veruca Salt, Leonard Stone as Mr. Beauregard, Denise Nickerson as Violet Beauregard, Nora Denny as Mrs. TV, Paris Demon as Mike TV, Ursula Wright as Mrs. Gloop, Michael Butler as Augustus Gloop, Diana Swole as Mrs. Bucket, Aubrey Woods as Bill. What a bland name, Bill. David Batley as Mr. Turkentine, Gutter Minsner as Arthur Slugworth and Mr. Wilkinson, Peter Capel as the Tinker, Winner Haking as Mr. Jopek, and more. Oompa well, we got Malcolm Dixon, Rusty Goff, George Claydon, Emilio Muscat, Albert Winston, Norma McGlenn, Isma Hansen, Marcus Powell, and Pepe Poppy. The development. The idea for adapting the book into a film came about with the director Mel Stewart. 10-year-old daughter read the book and asked her father to make a film out of it. With Uncle Dave, producer David L. Wolper, who was not related to the Stewarts, producing it, Stewart showed the book to Wolper, who happened to be in the midst of talking with the Quaker Oats Company regarding a vehicle to introduce a new candy bar for its Chicago-based Breaker Convictions subsidiary. Since rights to the book and financed the purchase for the purpose of promoting a new Quaker Oats Wonka bar. David L. Wolper and Roald Dahl agreed that the film would be a musical and that Dahl himself would write the screenplay. However, Wolper changed the title to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Screenwriter David Schultz convinced a gimmick exclusively for the film that has Wonka quoting numerous literacy sources such as Arthur O. Shulgizi owed Oscar Wilde The Importance of Being Earnest, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, The Rim of Ancient Mana, and William Shakespeare. The Monarch of Venice. Swalzer also worked Slugworth, only mentioned as a rival candy maker in the book. In the plot, an actual character only to be revealed to be Wilkinson, one of Wonka's agents at the end of the film. Casting. All 6 members of Monty Python, Graham Chapman, John Cleese, Eric Idle, Terry Gilliam, Terry Jones, and Michael Plain, expressed interest in playing Wonka. But at the time they were deemed not big enough names for an international audience. Cleese, Idle, and Payne were later considered for the same role in Tim Burton's version. Before Wilder was officially cast in the role, producers considered Fred Astaire, Joel Grey, Ron Moody, and John Pertwee. Spike Milligan was Roald Dahl's original choice to play Willy Wonka. So there you go. Peter Sellers reportedly begged Dahl for the role. When Wilder was cast as Wonka, he accepted the role only in one condition. When I make my first entrance, I would like to come out of the door carrying a cane and then walk towards the crowd with a limp. After the crowd sees Willy Wonka and a cripple, they all whisper to themselves and they become deathly quiet. As I walk towards them, my cane sinks into one of those cobblestones I'm walking on and stands straight up itself, but I keep walking onto it until I realize that it's not longer my cane. I have to start falling forward, and just before I hit the ground, I do a beautiful forward somersault and bounce back up to applause. So that's what he wanted. So the entrance that he did, that's what he wanted, or he wasn't going to be Willy Wonka. It was good in the film, I have to say. Let's just start with this. So, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. This is definitely one of my childhood movies. I did grow up with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I loved this movie. Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka is a fantastic person to play Willy Wonka, I think. And yeah, I really do enjoy Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I do recommend you watch this movie. I don't know what it's on, but it's definitely a must watch because it is a really investing and an enjoyable time to watch. And yeah, I really recommend you do watch this movie because it is a blast and just a fun movie to watch. For my score for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I'm going to give the stars a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Percentage, I'm going to give it a 95%, sorry. For grade, I'll give it an A minus, and out of 10, I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. Thank you for listening to my review for Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I'll have my review for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory out later today. My Space Jam New Legacy thoughts. I know I was going to do that at 2 a.m, but no, I was tired as hell, so I couldn't do that. My Hop. So I have 2 more Easter movies, and then I have my, what was it? Is it everything? So my Black Widow. Because surprisingly, there was a trailer drop today, so I have my thoughts on that trailer. So yes, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel. Be a big help. Thanks for watching. Take care. Peace.